Have you ever woken up tired for school because you were up all night working on schoolwork? That's because of how early school starts. But did you know that many studies show that schools that start later are associated with better grades, improved focus, and higher test grades, which was mentioned in an article written by James Burton. I am here today to talk on why school should start at a later time as it improves many things when it comes to the student's education. And hopefully I can persuade you guys into agreeing with what I have to say today. Although school would start later, changing the school's hours may affect some after-school programs. The release time, which may affect those who have a job after school and those who even do sports. An article, Why We Must Have Safe and Healthy School Hours, mentioned how later schooling can significantly affect those who take public transportation for their way home after a long school day. Since public transportation does indeed run on a set schedule, it truly limits those who get out later for school and can't really use the public resources to their full capacity. I believe with everyone knowing this information, we can help those who are still in school live healthy and getting those 8 hours of sleep and still attend school with the best attitude and energetic energy. When it comes to my own experiences, there have been countless nights where I have stayed up trying to do all my work just to wake up early and still feel sleep deprived, which then affects the way that I learn during a whole school day, zoning out, not focusing, and truly can't pay attention to what the teacher is saying. Today we will discuss the first consequences that come along with not receiving your 8+ hours of sleep. These issues aren't just about your education, but are truly affect the way that you live and the way that everything develops. To start, the Sleep Foundation published an article titled Teen and Sleep, which mentioned how not getting enough sleep or not completely being able to sleep because of some sleeping problems can really limit your ability to learn and information intake, as well as your listening, concentrating, and problem solving, which are affected, and that truly shows how important it is to get enough sleep. Not getting enough sleep can not only affect the way that you learn and your education, but it can also affect your health. Sleep patterns affect a range of physical and mental health conditions. Insufficient sleep is linked to obesity, diabetes, depression, suicidal thoughts, and many other conditions. Sleeping plays a huge role when it comes to the way you live and your body. It is just as important as any other factors, such as the water we drink and the air that we breathe. Not only does changing the start time of school help with the sleep, but it also helps with the safety of children. When it comes to parental priorities, it's usually the safety of their children, especially when you send your children off to school. Many parents work in the morning to provide for their families, so they can't really take their children off to school, which means the children have to walk to school, meaning that they must wake up even earlier to get ready and still walk to school. And a child should not be walking to school in the morning or having to wake up by 5 a.m. to walk by 6 to arrive at school at 7. This is one of the main points the article 8 Major Obstacles to Delaying School Start Times, published by the Sleep Foundation, pointed out. Even for those who don't have a car, can drive to school increases drowsy driving because of how early they have to wake up just to drive to school. That can also lead them to not focusing and not being attentive while on the road, which leads to car accidents or worse. In the end, there are many different opinions on whether changing the starting time is beneficial or just worse, but it truly does benefit the students. Allowing them to receive those full hours of sleep will not only benefit their health, but their academic performance as well. Throughout today, we discussed the importance of sleep and how most students are not getting those 8 hours of sleep, and seeing how the school start time has serious effects for how students learn and perform in their academia. Starting school later should truly be the decision of the students, because at the end of the day, the students are the ones who are attending school.